Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome. This is day 5 of your 40 days in the wilderness. And today's topic is letting go of grievances. We're going to be looking at workbook lesson 68 in A Course in Miracles. And you will be amazed how easily resentments and old grievances just fall away. You just let them go. So you're becoming miracle-minded. And I'm so excited that we're together. And you're standing in your circle. You've made a commitment to watch yourself like a hawk. You're paying attention to the thoughts that you're having, the emotions that you're experiencing. You're paying attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth. You're paying attention to when you're focusing on the past, focusing on the present, stepping into mastery and bringing yourself back into the present moment. You're acknowledging that there's a presence and a power in your life. You're spending time with God. We're only on day 5, and a purification is occurring. You have made it a dedication to shift from the thought system of fear over to love, and you suddenly have an awareness of your own purity, your own wholeness, and that's purification. You're already pure, you're already whole, you're already innocent. And so now you're aware of it. You weren't aware of it before. Before you thought you were a body separate from other people, separate from God, alone in the universe, and that's why you were afraid. And what we're doing now is we're experimenting with these ideas so that you can see that they're true. You see that you're not alone. There's a guide with you, and it's an inner teacher. And it's not a teacher that's separate from you. It's your actual whole mind. It's your Christ mind. And you're connecting with it now. You're making time now to be that. And you're holding yourself in that place. And so it's important for you now to see the purity and the wholeness in other people, because there's only oneness. And that's where the letting go of grievances comes in. So I'm going to just read a little bit from this lesson. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And I put it again as a printable PDF at the bottom of this page. So I ask you to look at it. And where I want to begin, I really love how practical this work is, because oftentimes people cannot find a reason to let go of grievances. They intellectually think I should let it go, but they just keep hanging on to it. They think, this person really hurt me. They think this person's going to hurt other people. I need to warn people about this person. And you're holding yourself in hell. And what you will see is that when you let go of grievances, the physical picture changes. It really does. They change because they are in your mind. And this is an idea that the quantum scientists have already proven is true, is that the people that you think you see are just images and thoughts in your mind. So they're actually you. There's only oneness. So when you heal something in your mind and you see someone differently, they literally physically will change. And you're not trying to change anything in the external anymore. And if there's something to do in the external, you will be told. You will have your guidance and instruction to say something or do something. But the first place of change is in your mind. And so remember what I said, and I have been saying continually, that there's 2 thought systems, love and fear. I see them as circles, and you can only be in one place at a time. And you can only think one thought at a time. And so it's important to see, where am I right now? And if you're holding a grievance and if you're upset with someone, you are definitely positively in the thought system of fear. No exceptions. So that's important to just recognize that. Say, okay, I see that someone is upsetting me. I'm in the thought system of fear. Okay, good. At least I know where I am. And from the thought system of fear, A Course in Miracles says only one thing happens from that place. The ego sends out scavenger dogs to find all the mistakes that the other person is making and brings them back to you and lays them at your feet as evidence so that you can say, see how you hurt me. And that's the only thing that can happen there. And so you need to shift over to a place of being willing to let your grievances go. And this will shift you into the thought system of love. And from the thought system of love, the Holy Spirit goes out and finds all that's good in the person and brings that back to you and says, look at how great they are. That this is actually your friend. They're not your enemy. And so that's the first part. It's incredible. You'll just see, wow, like I don't want to be in this place of darkness anymore. And I'm going to shift. And once you shift, you see the whole world differently. And so I'm just going to read a little bit. Love holds no grievances. So love is what you are. Love holds no grievances. Light doesn't hold grievances. Light doesn't get angry. You who were created by love like itself can hold no grievances and know yourself. To hold a grievance is to forget who you are. How simple is that? When you're holding a grievance, you have forgotten that you're the light of the world and that your brother is the light along with you. To hold a grievance is to let the ego rule the mind. Oh my God. And remember what I said yesterday is that the ego knows what you're up to with this work. And it's going to do everything in its power to stay in charge. And now you're saying, no, you're not in charge anymore. I'm in charge and I'm doing this. I'm letting go of my grievances now. This is it. End of the story. Yet you do not fully realize what holding grievances does to your mind. It seems to split you off from your source. And that's what I was saying yesterday. Sickness is isolation. And I wanted to say something about that is sometimes when you hear an idea like that, you might not be sick. And there might be someone in your life who is sick. And you might think, oh, I need to tell them that they need to spend time with God. They must be having a belief in separation and they need to take this program or buy this book or do this work. And I just want to say that if you see them as sick, you're the one that needs to do the work. They don't need to do anything. So our job is to see others as whole. That if I'm seeing somebody as a body that's sick, I'm not seeing what they really are, which means I'm not seeing what I am. If I'm looking out and seeing another body, I have forgotten who I am. And so the correction happens in my mind. This is how Jesus was healing. He saw only wholeness. He didn't see broken bodies. He saw that people had the belief in broken bodies, but he didn't believe in it. And he was walking through this world connected to God. And that place that he was standing in was how healing was accomplished. That's how miracles were occurring. And you're going to see this. I guarantee it. You will begin to see a lot of healing in your life. And it happens because you make this commitment to stay in this place consistently. And the power of God begins operating in your life. It just starts working through you. And what we're doing here in this 40 days is identifying all the blocks and the obstacles, and we're allowing them to be removed so that the light can begin to pour through you. So one of the things I've always felt is that sickness is stuck energy. It's stuck light. That the light in you, it just naturally wants to flow. It is a force. And what we do is we create a wall around us of fear. And we hold ourselves off from love. And we push people out. And we think this keeps us safe. But what it does is it makes you sick. It makes you have problems. So what we're doing now is we're having the willingness to trust a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't have to trust entirely, just a little bit. And the light, which knows what to do, starts to flow a little bit easier. And once that happens, it starts dissolving the blocks and the obstacles. They just fall away like an iceberg, you don't chip it away, it just falls away. And then it's running through you like a cup that is runneth over. That light is just pouring through you. So you're not doing anything anymore. You're not trying to heal anything anymore. The light is moving you through time and space. You're carrying this light to others. You're being the peace of God wherever you go. And you're just in amazement all day long. Just full of surprises. You never know what's going to happen next. And so what we're doing in this 40 days is just allowing as much as possible to be released, so that that connection now is made, and that power and that presence is now working through you, and you're working with it. So today what we're going to do is, I want you to read this whole thing. If you have the book, you can just read it in the book, Lesson 68, Love Holds No Grievances. I also put it at the bottom of this website. It's in a printable PDF. And it says, begin today's extended practice period by searching your mind for those against who you hold what you regard as major grievances. And I love in A Course in Miracles, it says that there's no levels. That you might think that you have some people who you're really upset with and some just a little upset. They're all the same. And it says in this book that if you have the slightest bit of irritation, that's actually intense rage, and you're trying to manage it. So you begin to really watch yourself like a hawk and to see where you're having the slightest twinge of irritation. And that is just this bedrock of rage that's in you that needs to come out. And today's lesson will bring it to the surface. You're bringing it to your awareness by thinking of the people who you hold grievances against. I want you to write it down in your journal or write it down on a piece of paper. Some of these you will find quite easy to find. Then think of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think that you love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. This has left you alone in the universe in your perception of yourself. Determine now to see all these people as friends. Say to them all, thinking of each one in turn as you do so one at a time, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you as part of me and come to know myself. Spend the remainder of the practice period trying to think of yourself as completely at peace with everyone and everything, safe in a world that protects you and loves you, and that you love in return. Try to feel safety surrounding you, hovering over you, and holding you up. Try to believe, however briefly, that nothing can harm you in any way. This is a circle. The circle is the protection. It's the place of love. At the end of the practice period, tell yourself, love holds no grievances. I, who was created as love, hold no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know that I am perfectly safe. The short practice period should include a quick application of today's idea in this form. Whenever any thought of grievance arises against anyone, physically present or not, love holds no grievances. Let me not betray myself. In addition, repeat this idea several times an hour, so every hour. Love holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and wakening in him. So that's today's practice, is we're letting go of grievances. We're shifting into a place of miracle-mindedness, a place of love, and we're seeing everyone as our friend. So I thank you for being here, for listening, for showing up the way that you're showing up. And this world needs light. It needs you. It needs you recognizing the wholeness of your own mind and your identity as love. And it's amazing. This is what is needed right now. And I give thanks for you. I love you.